We will continue with the configuration of filtering based on the web URL. So in this video, we will present a more practical use for how you can utilize different profiles. So we created a profile for employees that basically blocked a set of websites like implicit violent sites. The example site that we used was happytreefriends.com, but we allowed social networking sites like facebook.com. We will create another URL profile that is intended for our contractors that exists on a separate network. So let's go back to the web filter profiles. Okay, and let's select our employee profile. And let's make a copy of this profile. And that's done by clicking here on this link here in the middle. And this we use for our contractors. So let's go ahead and call this contractors. Within this profile, we will continue blocking sites for adult mature, potentially liable, and bandwidth consuming. But we will block access to social networking sites. So let's go down here and let's select the subcategory for social networking and let's block it. All right, and let's go ahead and apply our changes. We will now create a new policy for our contractors. We will create new. And within this policy, our contractors will reside on our LAN, and we want to filter what they do out to the internet. For the source address, we will create a new subnet object, and we will fill out the details for the contractor network that will exist off of our LAN. So this is the actual network, and we're going to define the actual subnet and the mask. We'll choose the LAN facing interface, and we can enter a comment. Our contractors is part of a department that we have, which is called RS1. So once again, it could be any comment that you like, but this is for our contractors. Okay, and our contractors will be able to access any destination address unless they are blocked based on the web filter profile, and of course allowed for any service or all services. Now we need to make sure that NAT is enabled and that it will use the IP configured on the WAN facing interface of our firewall. Next, we will enable the web filter policy and we will specify the contractor profile. And let's select our custom SSL inspection profile that we created. And for logging events, we can log based on security events or for all sessions that matches this policy. When we are finished, we will go ahead and apply our changes. Now that policy is added, and we can see the details for how that policy was set up. Now let's confirm that this works. Now as a recap, let's go back to our user computer. And here, let's confirm if we can access a social networking site like facebook.com. Let's go ahead and type that in here. Okay, we can access that site. Now let's confirm if accessing Happy Tree Friends gets blocked. And it can. So this computer resides on our user network, which will use the security policy that we have set up for employees. Now let's go to the contractor's computer that we're connected to. So here we only have Internet Explorer installed, so we need to import the Fortinet CA certificate into our browser. We do that by going to Tools, and then down to Internet Options. We'll go to the Content tab, then to Certificates. And here we'll go to the Trusted Root Certification Authorities tab, which is right here, then Import. We'll say Next, and here we will browse for that certificate that we have copied to the actual desktop on this computer. Okay, we'll say next. We'll say next again, and let's say finish to import. So now that is imported successfully, and let's confirm if the certificate was installed, and there it is. So now let's go ahead and close out our browser. Close this up. Okay. Now let's relaunch. And once we do that, let's try to access happytreefriends.com. Okay, and we get blocked as expected. Let's go to, let's say, Twitter, which is a social networking site. And there we also get blocked based on the contractor web filter profile. So everything's working correctly. Viewing the statistics for that policy that we added, we do see some matches and activity for that particular rule for our contractors. We can also view the web filter security logs by going to log and report, then going to security log, and then going to web filter. Okay, and this will show all the security events recorded related to web filtering. Now here on the top two lines, our contractor, based on the IP address, was blocked when accessing Happy Tree Friends and Twitter.com. So this is a good page to view what sites your users are accessing or shouldn't be accessing, violating the internet use policy that a company probably has in place. So definitely use this as a resource as well.